up guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Annalie and today's DIY videos are part of the April challenge video hosted by Heidi Sumbo over on her channel. The theme for this video is farmhouse and I really hope that you guys like what I have in store for you. Also, make sure you stay tuned because I have a very exciting announcement. Let's get started.
So for this first project, these are some of the supplies that we're going to be using. So I've got some of these disc circles, some of these little mini clothespins, some wood canvases, wood canvas panel, some buffalo check, and these little wood items right here. I got these canvases from Walmart. So these were about $4 a piece. These came from AC Moore, and they were when it was going out of business, when the store was going out of business, and so they were really cheap. These were in my stash from a wood store called The Wood Connection. It's a store based out of Utah and it's amazing. And then some ribbon from Walmart. Plus I have some paint and some stain that I'm going to be using and some jute twine. So let's get started with this project.
All right, so to start off this project, I am actually going to be using this side of the canvases because I want them to be kind of like a shadow box. And I'm going to be using, yes, my favorite color of stain, Provincial. And I'm going to get all of the wood products that I'm going to be using stained in this color real quick. If anybody ever wonders why I have a fork in some of my DIYs, this is why. Definitely, probably not the best way. Don't tell my husband. It works. In case anybody is wondering why I am staining the wood instead of painting, because I know it's just kind of personal preference, besides being the obvious personal preference, the biggest reason is the theme for this, as you know, is farmhouse, and I just think there's something so farmhouse looking about a dark stained piece of wood. And so I kind of tend to go with that pattern just a little bit because I think it looks so good. But I do want to branch out just a little bit and do some farmhouse stuff that's not completely stained. So I'm going to probably start getting into a little bit of the blacks and whites too, just so that I can have some farmhouse diversity in my decor. So some of these areas are gonna look like I wasn't able to stain them, but I think it's actually where the glue is, and so the glue is not going to allow for that stain, but it's really not going to matter for what we're doing. We do want to go ahead and stain these. I'm going to be using 7 of these little guys. Now I'm going to set those aside to dry, and while those dry, I'm going to take 4 of these little wooden discs and I'm going to paint them white using this folk art chalk paint in the color white. White egg. Oh my gosh. All of the other crafters can actually say that word, but I haven't really received my black belt yet in the crafting ninja world, so I don't know if I can say that yet. White Adirondack. Adirondack? Adirondack. Adirondack? Adirondack. It's white. It's white. It's white chocolate. If anybody has any tips on any great ways to paint this type of thing so that I don't keep doing that, I would love to hear your guys' tips down in the comments down below.
So one of the things that I forgot to mention in my last DIY video is about my supplies. When I first got into DIYing, I was so excited about it that I just wanted to be able to make all of the things. I was so inspired, so I went to the Dollar Tree and I pretty much purchased all of the Dollar Tree. I went to Walmart and I bought about half of Walmart, and then AC Moore was that store that was going out of business in February, and so they were having such good sales, 60 to 90% off, and so I went ahead and I just purchased a lot of things. In fact, my husband at the time was like, why is all of the Dollar Tree in our garage? At the time he was really upset, but I was like, I've got to be like, I was trying to be a crafting ninja like the rest of these amazing women who make all these crafts here and do all these DIY channels. But now with our current situation that we're in with COVID-19 and being on lockdown and home quarantine, it actually really worked out in my favor because now I have a pretty legit stash, even though I've not been DIYing for very long. And so none of this was anything that I needed to go out and purchase. I was able to use everything that I already have on hand in my stash, which was really nice. So if you guys can, please stay home and stay safe.
Okay, and now we were set those aside and let those dry. All right, so now that those discs are dry, I'm going to use the transfer method. I'm not exactly confident in my penmanship abilities just yet. I want to practice just a little bit more. So I just used this and printed off the word menu, and then I'm going to use the super cool trick that I have seen all of the DIYers do on YouTube, where you color the back of the paper to make it like a transfer. So I'm going to color this, and then I'm going to trace it onto each one of the discs and for each one of the letters. Okay, and now that I have those all painted on, I'm going to take my paint marker with a fine tip, and I am going to paint those letters on. Okay, so I'm gonna take some hot glue and glue each one of these discs into place. I'm just kind of eyeballing the placement that I want for them. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a try with my own handwriting here. So let's hope that this looks good. And in order to make this look good, I kind of need to see what I'm doing. So if you guys see a lot of my head in this shot, I'm really sorry. All right, so that part is done. That was actually a new white paint pen. Oh, there's my fork again. There's that awesome fork. We almost should play like a Where's Waldo in all my videos, except for it's gonna be like, where's the fork? See if you guys can spot the fork in all my videos. The white pen, I think it was brand new, but I think it was broken because the tip didn't work as good as it was supposed to, and it was moving all over the place. So it's not my best work, especially with like trying my penmanship for the first time, but it will do because it indicates each day of the week. So let's go ahead and get this put together. And then of course, since it's some farmhouse decor, I want to embellish it just a little bit. And so I took some of these sprigs of my favorite greenery. This greenery is from Hobby Lobby, and I get it at their 50% off sale because it's still like $1.50 for a sprig of this. But this is my favorite greenery to use in any farmhouse project. All right, and now it's basically done for this part of the board. Now I'm gonna assemble it so that I can make the reversible side. But I went ahead and for my menu, I just printed off a bunch of meals, and I just used some regular printer paper. I actually would prefer to use cardstock, but I didn't have any cardstock, so we're using what we have, right? Some regular paper is gonna have to do for now. Okay guys, just real quickly, I do not want to take too much time away from the DIY, so here's my very quick, brief announcement that I wanted to tell you guys. I have taken some very good advice from a very good YouTuber, and I've decided to spare those who are here for all the DIYs from having to see my family stuff by starting another channel. So all of my family stuff, all my family vlogs, my homemaking, my lifestyle, any reviews, anything like that that I do is actually going to be on my other family channel under Annalie Ashby. So it's just going to be my name. It's simple, easy to find. So if you guys are interested in that, if you guys are having fun with my family, if you guys have enjoyed any of my little family vlogs or anything like that, I would love it if you'd go over and check out my channel. If you'd like to, please subscribe, come along, we're a fun journey. And then this channel is going to be reserved for my DIY projects because I have found a love for crafting, and it's something that I've always wanted to do, but I didn't know if I'd ever get the opportunity to do it. And so now I am seizing the moment, seizing the day, whatever it is, carpe diem. I'm gonna keep this as my DIY channel. So if you guys are interested, please, I will have my other channel linked down below. You guys can go check that out after you check out the playlist, of course. Now back to crafting. All right guys, so now I'm gonna show you what is so awesome about this project. So besides the fact that it's a menu board, we are gonna make this a reversible sign in your kitchen, and so that when you're not using it as a menu board, you can also use it as a piece of decor, and it's so versatile. So the first example that I wanna show you is the other side of this can just be a simple message board. So you could basically take some, and I'm not doing that, so that's why I don't have these stained, but you would just take some more of these, glue them on wherever you would like. So you could just clip on a little photo and then say a little quote. And so if you glued those on, you could assemble it in a really cute way. You could do a couple things just like that. The next thing, if you guys don't want to do something like that, if you don't want it to be a message board, then you can use it, say if you're a cooker or a baker, you can use it as a recipe board. I've actually made one before where I made a recipe board and it was really awesome. So say if it's Thanksgiving or if you're cooking for a party, you can have these glued down. You can glue these down and then you can just have this hold your recipes. So a message board or a recipe board. Or if you wanted a family piece of decor, once again, I am not prepared with a actual photo, so please forgive me, but one of the things that I love to do is I love to take photos and put them onto wood. And so this is another option that you could do, and then you could trim this down to fit to size. And then this could just be almost like a little photo block for you in your kitchen if you wanted to have like a picture of your family or a picture of your little or something like that in your kitchen. Just wanted to show you guys how versatile this is, so you have all of these options. For this video, because the theme is farmhouse, I am going to be doing a vinyl cutout. It's orange vinyl. Before any of you panic, don't worry, I'm not putting orange on my farmhouse decor. I am actually just using this as the stencil, and I always get the cheap colored vinyl. Since I just use these as stencils, I usually don't cut stuff out in black because I want to save the black for what if I'm going to keep it permanently. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel this off, use this as a stencil, put this in here, and then I'm going to paint it, and then it'll be our other side of our sign, and then we'll be able to finally assemble it together. So now that we have the two sides of our reversible sign, we are ready to assemble our sign together. All right, so now I want to cover up this seam, so I'm just gonna use a little bit of jute twine and glue that all the way around it to help hide that seam right there. One, initially I didn't put a bulb on the top, but when I got looking at it and when I got it up here to really see how it looks, I decided that it was just a little too plain without it. So I ended up going in and adding the bow to it, and I think it was the exact touch that it needed. For this next project, it's just gonna be very, very simple. These are items all purchased from the Dollar Tree. So I got these plates, these microwave safe plates, so just some plastic plates, and then this easel that came from the Dollar Tree. So, and then I'm gonna be using my cutting machine for another decal that I've cut out. I know that I did rely very heavily on my cutting machine for this video. I used it quite a bit. I don't plan on having all my DIYs be with my cutting machine because I know that not everybody has a cutting machine, but this week got away from me just a little bit. I work outside of the home, and so it got just a little bit crazy, and so there's things that I love in my home anyway, but like I said, I will do things with my cutting machine, and then I will do DIYs without my cutting machine so that there's a little bit of everything for you guys to see so that you guys can have inspiration from always. All right, the first thing that I'm gonna do with this is I want this to be completely black so that it matches my theme. And then I kind of wanted this to look like an enamel plate. I know that's kind of silly because it's plastic, but that's okay. But I am gonna put a little bit of black paint on it so that it kind of looks like that ceramic enamel. Am I saying that right? Enamel? Chipped enamel. Nobody panic. Watching. I hope you enjoyed these DIYs. I'm so glad that you guys are here. Thank you so much to my new followers. I cannot believe the support that this community has. This DIY world is amazing. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave me a comment down below. Let me know which one was your favorite, and like I always say, please leave me any tips, tricks, advice, anything. I have learned so much from you guys. You guys have recommended great colors of stain. You guys have recommended amazing stuff, and I am so grateful that each and every one of you are here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Give the video a thumbs up if you guys liked it. Like I said, please leave a comment. Consider subscribing if you're new, and thank you guys so much for watching. Oh, goodness. Goodness. Bye-bye, friends. Bye-bye, friends. Bye. Good job.